Agents are the most overhyped and most misunderstood topic in AI right now. Half the things called agents aren't really agents. Half the things that aren't agents don't work reliably yet. So let's cut through that. Start with the definition. An agent is a language model in a loop with access to tools working towards a goal. That's it. The model thinks, decides on an action, takes the action using a tool, observes the result, thinks again, takes the next action, and so on until the task is done. Tools in this context means anything the model can call: a web search, a code interpreter, function in your code base, an API, a database query. The tool extends what the model can do beyond just generating text. Tool use is what turns a model from a chatbot into something that can act in the world. So a single chat turn where the model answers your question is not an agent. A model that searches the web and then summarizes the result is barely an agent. A model that's given a goal like research this company and write a report, and then independently decide to run 6 searches, read 4 pages, write some code to compare numbers, and produce the finished document is what people mean when they say an agent. Where do agents actually work today? They work well when the task has a clear goal, a bounded set of tools, and a way to verify the result. Research tasks, data extraction, coding tasks where there are tests to run, workflow automation where each step has a clean input and output. In these settings, agents are genuinely useful, sometimes remarkable. They work poorly when the task is open-ended, when the tools are unreliable, when the small errors compound, or when the right answer depends on the judgment the model doesn't have. Booking complex travel, negotiating, operating in messy real-world systems, anywhere a 95% success rate isn't good enough because the 5% failures are catastrophic. The honest state of the art is that agents are a powerful new primitive that works in narrower situations than the marketing suggests. Treat that as good news though. That's real value to capture. And the people who understand the limits will capture more of it than the people chasing the hype. Here's a concrete example. I'm going to give a model a research task. Find me the 3 most recent funding rounds in AI infrastructure and summarize them in a table. Watch what it does. It searches, it reads, it hits a dead end and one source. Tries another, eventually it produces a clean answer. The interesting part isn't the answer, it's the loop, the thinking, acting, observing, thinking again. That loop is what an agent is. Practical advice if you're starting to use or build with agents. Start narrow, pick one task with a clear goal and run an agent on just that. Process incoming sales emails and draft replies. Monitor this dashboard and alert me when something changes. Narrow agents work. General purpose agents mostly don't, at least yet. Always have a verification step, either a test, a human review, or another model checking the work. Agents that act without verification fail silently and confidently, which is the worst possible failure mode. Watch the cost. An agent runs for 10 steps costs roughly 10 times what a single call costs. Multiply that by volume you're running, and the bill can surprise you, so set limits. And expect them to get dramatically better. The current generation of agents is the worst they'll ever be. Every model releases pushes the frontier of what works reliably. The skill of designing agents, deciding what to give them, what to withhold, how to constrain them, will be one of the most valuable skills in this space for the next few years.